Hello, my name is Johnny. Please don't let my speech impediment or my poor communication skills deter you from considering my compelling argument. And please hit the like sign and the subscribe button right now. And at the end of the video, I'll tell you how profound it is to share it. This video isn't going to concentrate on the problems we as a society or as a nation face. For that, there's plenty of resources on the internet. But rather, what this video series is going to be about is what a lot of people have been asking themselves for quite some time now, and that is the solution to those problems. This video series is going to be provocative, strategic, and very, very powerful. Today is the 28th day of the revolution, and this update is titled, "The General Strike and Priorities Involves Math." To the beloved. So it's a foregone conclusion and very well understood across all political spectrums, whether you're right-leaning or left-leaning, that we've lost our government to oligarchs, rich, wealthy individuals that have taken control of the power levers of our society. They make the rules and pass the legislation that benefit their wealth, their pockets, at the expense of the working class people. This is class warfare. So the only way I see it, many people see, is in order to get back our government is through a general strike. They are so powerful that nothing less than a general strike and a revolution will do it. Now, what I mean by revolution is simply a peaceful, non-violent, very strategic and thoughtful and powerful revolution. So to do this, we're going to use two key industries. Number one, the garbage collector and the American truck driver, that person that has a class A and B driver's license, and also this includes owner-operators. Now, the day of the strike, we're going to threaten the strike and demanding three things. If we don't get those three things, then we're going to ask for six. So we're not going to ask, we're going to demand for six before we go back to work. And the date of the general strike is going to be the 15th of May, 2022. So it's well over a year from now. The three things that we're going to ask for, or again, we're going to demand, is going to be, number one, free and fair elections, according to the approval of a very trusted individual that is an expert in this field named Lawrence Lessig. Now, keep in mind, he didn't ask for this job. As a matter of fact, I'm going to throw out a couple of names that I haven't asked, that we haven't asked, but I'm sure that will step up to the plate when the time comes. And number two, that we have a vote on Medicare for all. We don't have to pass it. We just need a vote. Over 80% of the people here in America, I believe, want Medicare for all, and we at least deserve a vote. And then the last thing is what is called getting rid of and burying once and for all the most lethal weapon those oligarchs use against the working class people, which is what Noam Chomsky would call the manufacturing of consent, where the mass media can give us information, either omit information or give us flat out lies about what is going on in our world. And they do this and then go on and continue controlling our society with no backlash. Okay? Those are the three things. Now, if we do not get those three things by the 15th of May, 2022, then we are definitely going to go and walk off the job. The truck drivers and the garbage collectors, with the support of every single American, or most everybody in America, wearing red and white, showing that they have support, okay, in their bodies and in their vehicles. They will walk off the job and demand that we have those things. Okay, so that's the gist of the strategy and the revolution. Now, we call this a revolution again because in revolution there's a truth, there's a proposition, and there's sides to be chosen, either or for or against. And also the result of a resolution, or the goal of a resolution, is to make a declaration. Either we win or we lose. And this is important also because what we're saying is that you have three choices. Elected officials who are bought and sold, by the oligarchy, and do what they want. You have three choices. Number one, either you make the amendment and give us those three things that we're demanding, or number two, you allow us to do it through a constitutional convention, something that has been going on for quite some time now. For years now, we've been trying to get a constitutional convention, and they have blocked us at every step through legalese. Okay? Or number three, and this is important, that you tear up in front of us, in front of the police officer and the military man that stands between us and you, tear up our Constitution and tell us how you're going to rule us. Under what method? Under a kingship, under a dictatorship, under the beast, that what I would call the beast, the corporation. You tell us. Now, keep in mind and remember, it's not that we want to do away with the Constitution. That's not what I'm talking about. We're keeping the Constitution. We want to hold to the Constitution. As a matter of fact, it is through the Constitution that we are in revolution, and that we're enacting and calling for a constitutional convention for an Article 5. Now, what we're doing is we're putting in the position the police officer and the military man and even elected officials to make good on their oath to uphold the Constitution of the United States. And if you don't, then you flat out, and I've done this before, I've told you about it, how my sentiment is about a person who would do that. So I think it's a really good, sound strategy. Now, the priority set on this revolution is that the garbage collector and the truck driver first considers the country and his countrymen before he considers himself. This is important because, I'll talk to some truck drivers and they say, oh yeah, truck drivers, they'll never get together and they never go on strike. But it's always been those kind of strikes against a company, and you can't get guys to agree. But this is different, because what this is it takes into consideration our Constitution and our rights under the Constitution. And it's not about them, it's about his countrymen. Okay? Women and men in the driver's seat know they have power. All they need now, all they need to exercise that power for the good of the country, is the support of the people wearing red and white. Really, that's all you have to do. The public, all you have to do is just wear red and white around your neck, on your sleeves, and your head, wherever on your body, and put it on your car or your truck as you go about your business for the day. And if you have an uncle, a brother, a cousin, an aunt, whoever who drives a truck or is a garbage collector, you tell them that we, the people, are looking to them to be our new representatives with power to take back our country. This strategy is thoughtful, it's strategic, and it will work. And the reason why it will work is because these oligarchs do not want the whole nation to focus on their power or the difference of powers. They don't want that. They'd rather pack up their bags, go home, and live to fight another day before that happens. So all that is required is that you wear red and white. Okay? So there you have it. I'm going to close with sharing this video. Thanks. And know this, that by sharing this video, you're sharing a double-edged sword. According to your heart, you will do or not do that simple thing is to wear red and white on your body and put it on your vehicle as you go about your day, recognizing that in wearing it, you wear it with humility and power. And at the same time, either embolden or instill fear and trembling in that person, those people who despise you, our republic, our Constitution, and the sovereignty of our nation. This is revolution. There will be a declaration of a victor and one who loses. We, the people, will prevail. Because if not, then we'll bend the knee to a beast.